Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
It's a little nerve-wracking, a little scary to hear that, actually. To know that with all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a 16-year-old running around with a gun, and the police are chasing him down with tasers.
A teenager and his girlfriend are behind bars after police say he was threatening people with a handgun. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stephanie has the night off. The 16-year-old was arrested in South Moorhead after 6 people say he threatened them with a .45 caliber handgun. It's not only illegal for teenagers to have handguns, but police say he stole that gun as well. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson shows us how neighbors say teens using weapons is becoming more common.
I don't know if I would call it the ghetto. I mean, it is a little rundown. As you know, it's not the nicest neighborhood in Moorhead. But as far as the term ghetto, I don't agree with that.
Neil Hine lives in this Moorhead neighborhood near Romkey Park and MSUM, where residents say they see quite a bit of flashing red and blue lights.
So they're trying to fix it. They're trying to make it so we're not considered the ghetto anymore.
We talked to a few different people in this neighborhood who say they saw a teen being chased by police down this street and into people's backyards. But they wouldn't go on camera with us, saying you have to be careful who you talk to in this neighborhood.
Somebody's not doing their job. That's not right on any level. Whether that you want to blame the kid or you want to blame the parents, there's just no way of getting around it. That's just not right.
One woman who watched police with tasers arresting a teen with a gun tells us that's just the beginning. Drugs, fights, and other crime is common around here.
I've never heard about teenagers carrying guns. This is the first time.
We caught up with a Concordia student in the neighborhood who says people blow crime out of proportion.
My life is just going to school, coming here, hang out with some friends.
You're always going to have that one guy down the street that sells drugs, or that one prostitute down the street, or whatever. And it doesn't make it the whole neighborhood bad.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
The 16-year-old who was arrested is facing a variety of charges, including assault, fleeing from police, possession of stolen property, underage drinking, and an outstanding warrant. We continue our coverage of the NDSU student who was killed almost a year ago. And according to the Moorhead Police Department, despite what some people think, the murder of Tom Bearson is not a cold case. In fact, 6 officers on the case were sent to West Virginia to meet with FBI behavioral experts. Moorhead police say this is the first time the department has used this tool, and they hope it'll help them find new leads.
The question is, people are wondering why it isn't solved, and you know, the best thing that I can say is that we continue to string a very extensive web of information. This case file is very extensive, clearly a very hard, difficult case with many challenges.
Police are not releasing what the experts found. Meantime, if you missed our exclusive interview with Tom Bearson's parents that aired on Monday and Tuesday, just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. In a Valley News Live exclusive, a Polk County woman says she was the victim of sexual assault, but she is the one facing a criminal charge. Coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6, Neil Carlson talks with a woman who says she was charged with assault after her boyfriend was stabbed while he was trying to rape her. Well, we've been talking about a chance for rain, but does it look like we'll see any tonight? Here's Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson with the latest. Hutch?
Right, thanks, Andrea. As we head into the evening hours, we will see some showers, but it's going to be pretty late. Most of us stay dry. And look at these temperatures soaring up into the 90s for Sisseton and Wheaton, then cooling rapidly as you go northward. 70 at Devil's Lake right now, 75 Grand Forks. There are thunderstorms moving through southwest Minnesota toward the I-94 corridor. Nothing for most of our viewing area except a few sprinkles trying to fire up in northwest Minnesota. So most of us will stay dry this evening, Andrea, as temperatures will be in the 70s throughout with light winds. Does look like a cool close to our work week. We'll have the details on that, show you where the best chance of rain is, and we'll talk about that weekend planner for you football game fans. So have all of that in a minute.
All right, thank you, Hutch. Moorhead police have released dash cam video from a chase that ripped up people's yards and Village Green golf course last summer. The video from June of 2014 is being released now because the internal investigation is complete and the case is closed. Kendall Feist led police officers on the chase and has been sentenced to 11 years in prison for the drug-related charges he was wanted for. Because Feist was charged federally, today Moorhead Police decided they will not pursue charges locally. The shift supervisor, along with 3 Moorhead police officers, were disciplined for the chase. Police released 8 dash cam clips of the chase, and we have them all posted on this story at valleynewslive.com. No one was injured after 2 grain bins collapsed near Hannaford, North Dakota, at the site of Central Plains Ag Services. It happened close to 12:30 this afternoon, according to newsdakota.com. General Manager Ben Jacobs says there was no fire or explosion. The North Dakota Highway Patrol has identified a 1-year-old girl who died after being run over in a driveway. A woman was backing a pickup out of a driveway at a home near Stanley Monday afternoon when the truck hit McKinley Craft. The girl was rushed to the Stanley Hospital, but she died of her injuries. Troops say charges will not be filed in this case. A Bemidji woman who left her 6-year-old cousin to freeze to death likely won't spend any time in jail. Rachel Downer pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter in the death of Mercedes Mayfield. A judge sentenced Downer to 10 years probation. Downer was babysitting Mayfield in February 2014 when investigators say she left the girl outside an apartment building, assuming she would be able to get back inside. Temperatures that night reached 27 below, and the young girl was found dead of hypothermia the next morning. I-94 was temporarily shut down this morning after a semi-truck driver fell asleep behind the wheel, causing a crash near Dalton, Minnesota. It happened around 5:30 this morning. The Minnesota State Patrol says the first semi-driver woke up as the semi was on the grass on the shoulder. He tried to regain control but overcorrected and jackknifed. That's when a second semi hit it head on.
If you're starting to feel fatigued, even if you're within your hours, obviously people get sick, you get tired, pull over, rest, keep your vehicle on the road.
3 people were taken to the hospital with injuries that are not life-threatening. In our schemes and rip-offs, the Better Business Bureau is warning fans about bogus Vikings tickets. They say watch out for scammers with counterfeit tickets online and outside the stadium, especially with the NFL season underway and the Minnesota Vikings home opener just around the corner. To avoid getting ripped off, the BBB recommends you choose a reputable online ticket broker, be leery of buying from scalpers at the event, and never wire money to someone you don't know. And the West Fargo Police Department is issuing a warning after a woman lost thousands of dollars in a computer and phone scam. Investigators say the victim's computer started making noises, then a message appeared telling her to call a phone number to have the problem fixed. The scammers were using the name of a real business and told the woman to send them money to have the computer fixed. A few weeks later, they called back saying they had overcharged her for fixing the computer. They got her checking and savings account numbers and used a refund scam to steal $8,000 from her accounts. If you get a similar call or computer message, call police immediately. If your passion is hunting, this coming weekend is a great opportunity to bond with your kids. The youth waterfowl and youth deer hunting seasons open soon. And the North Dakota Game and Fish Department says it's a chance to provide training and mentorship to let them shine.
Let's put the spotlight on the youth. Let's give the youth an opportunity. It's the mid part of September, typically have some pretty nice weather conditions. So it's really an opportunity for adults, for mentors, uncles, moms, dads to say, you know what, let's give our full attention to the young hunters.
The youth deer season opens this Friday and the waterfowl season opens on Saturday. Adult supervision is required along with a license and tag. It takes strength, balance, and agility if you want to take part in the Viking Challenge. This weekend, friends and families can try the only permanent obstacle course in Minnesota. The Viking Challenge and Crusade 5 and 10K is this Saturday. You'll run through wooded trails, meadows, and mud pits in this natural obstacle course. To get yourself or others signed up for the mud run, go to valleynewslive.com and click on our hot button for a link to their webpage. Still ahead tonight, there are changes coming to help protect your household from those laundry pods that young children are eating.
We've had a persistent flow of clouds over the valley throughout the day. Temperatures noticeably cooler as we head toward the latter portion of the week. Everyone will cool off. All details on a chance of rain right after this.